It's a sad day because we're heading closer to our house at 3769 Delmar Drive being sold, and I wanted to get some of these on videotape, standing at the corner here of Delmar up that way and Darbydale down this way. And our house is right down here. House my parents have lived in since 1972, so what would that be, almost 34 years now. And I think my dad is putting it on the market next month and clearly hopes to sell it quickly. We're moving into a retirement community. So it's needless to say, with mixed emotions as that occurs. It's clearly the right thing to do, and yet change is always tough, particularly after a third of a century. But it's been a wonderful little house that we basically grew up in. John grew up there almost exclusively. I moved here, I would have been 9, and Charlie, I guess, 11, and Mary Ann 12. Went to high school here, middle school, elementary school in my case, at least 2 of the years. So a lot of memories here, and it's changed so much. You know, a very different neighborhood. It's a lot more ethnically diverse than it was when we moved here, and I'd have to be completely honest and say the neighborhood has gone down a fair amount during that time. But you know, to some extent, all neighborhoods as they age have their challenges. So this neighborhood dates from, I think the house was 1968 or so. That we bought it from a family called the Trexlers, and again, I think they had lived in it about 4 years, and they were the first owners. Gosh, awful lot of people lived in the houses around here too. Remember the Hunts down here? Gosh, there was a little girl there who kind of came from a troubled family in that next house down there. Look over here, the Phillips were in that house, and then the Yates were in this house, and the Gillespies in this house, and gosh, what was their name there? The older couple, I've forgotten their name momentarily. A retired couple there who kept a beautiful lawn, but they're all gone now. They've been out, most of them, for many years. Porce lived there, did a lot of babysitting over there. So needless to say, an awful lot of memories here. The trees, of course, were little twigs when we moved in. I know that one back there, the sycamore, was gosh, probably wasn't too much taller than I am now, and now it's the tallest tree in the yard, and has been that way for many years. So anyway, let's take a walk inside. I know this driveway here has been replaced many times. They finally replaced it with cement, which has held up much better than the asphalt we had gone through a whole bunch of times. So here is the front door. It's been replaced. Virtually everything in this house has been replaced. And there's Eldado.
Yes, I wanted to get the pizza.
Yeah, great, thank you.
We had a wonderful time with George and Jack and John and Amy and the kids.
Yeah, I was kind of reminiscing about all the things that have changed over here and some of the neighbors we had. I couldn't remember the Deans. That was it.
Yeah,
the Deans lived over there.
That's long gone.
Yeah, so you're the last of the old guard.
Yeah,
and
it's sad.
Yeah. Get that pizza. Anyway, so we walk in here, and this is the.
Daddy, look what I did!
Whoa! Did you do that?
I got 2 of them.
That's great. So this is the family room right here. I think I may have gotten some rain on here. Kind of downstairs here, and we used to have a couch and table here that just recently bit the dust. Table was damaged, and Molly tore up that. This is, of course, all these things have changed a lot over the years. This room probably less so than most. I think this has kind of been the layout we've been with for the most part. I think that we had the TV over there in the corner when we first moved here, but hadn't changed all that much. easy chair. Dad's been through a couple easy chairs. So gosh, we spent an awful lot of time down here, and Mom and Dad even more so watching movies. And so we turn the corner and we have this little hallway here. Mom and Dad's cloak closet here. And yeah, I'm down here, let Daddy work, okay? So this is the master bathroom, and well, truth be told, it was never much of a master bathroom as far as they go. It wasn't even private across the hall and everything. They had a much nicer one in Florida, but a small little master bathroom, and across the hall from their bedroom here. Dad just recently changed out this sink right here. Now heading into the master bedroom. Mom and Dad's. And there's Molly there, camped out. So we come in here, and this is kind of Dad's part of the room over here with his dresser, his highboy, all this stuff there. Collection of medicines and other things there. That was Mom's dresser and mirror and all that good stuff.
Where is George?
He's right here.
He's up there.
Yeah.
George,
Yeah.
George, I just want to tell you something. My mom told me if I can keep this.
Yeah, sure.
Because Mom said it goes to Anson first.
Okay, but you
Then
can
she passes this test that she didn't want.
you can keep it, okay?
All right.
All right. There's Liam over there too. So, so Mom and Dad's bed here, and that's Mom's desk over there in the corner, and their closet over there. Gosh, I don't think I ever knew it was painted blue. I don't know how that happened. I assume the Trexlers must have done that way back when. I can't imagine we would have gone to the trouble of painting a closet blue, but or actually maybe even aqua green or something. But anyway, so this is Mom and Dad's room.
No, please don't stop.
Yeah.
No, stay here, stay here.
Yeah. All right.
Stay here.
All right. So now walking out to the utility room, and this room's changed a little bit here just recently. Dad put up some drywalling and some other things here to theoretically make it a little bit more of a sellable. I don't know, frankly, why that would make all that big of a difference, but there you go. The washer and dryer here where it's always been. Dad's workbench. Dad's always been a real handyman around the house. He'll pick up projects and just do them, and I much more so than I am. A, I get a little bit afraid of those projects, and B, I don't have the requisite skills and tools that go with all that kind of stuff. So, at any rate, this is the utility room. Mom used to keep a lot of shelves right along here where she'd store food, kind of on both sides here, and then back in there. Looks like Dad's kind of gotten rid of that now, a little bit overkill. And aha, there's Amy. And so, I guess not too much else to say about this room. And we don't want anything unplanned in this videotape, okay? It's very important. So,
Right.
yeah.
Oi!
All right, so now we go out to the garage. These shelves were here as well. Gosh, kept spare light bulbs right there for all these 34 years. That's where you always knew to go to get the spare light bulbs. All right, so now we got to the garage. One-car garage. You know, in many ways, this house was not as nice as the one we had in Florida, and I think Mom always felt that way. Here's an example of why. A very small one-car garage. We had a very big two-car garage with a lot of extra space in Florida.
Do not put on one.
Jack telling Julia how it needs to be. Anyway, in the garage, I guess gets used sometimes. Yeah, Dad parks the car in here, so yeah, it does get used. We've had different amount of shelving in here throughout the years. I remember even doing some roller skating in here when I was a young lad. So, not a wonderful garage, but hey, you do with it what you can. So, all right, we'll walk back in now. We will head upstairs woman, Amy being the good, dutiful wife, as all wives do, laundry, cooking, cleaning, things you expect women to do.
That's right. Despite the delicate condition.
Yeah, that's right. Good. Thank you very much, Amy.
You're welcome.
All right. Now
Oh,
we head
yeah,
here.
okay, soccer. Can you not play like so bad?
All right, don't bother you. Okay. Hey, you guys got to clean up all that money. So whatever
But no, if we scored and we get a coin, I'll get this one. This is how we're playing.
Yeah. But guess what? You get to clean up all the coins when you're done. So just remember that, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna use this
All right. So here we go. Now, one thing you may have noticed, we don't have a little thing called a kitchen on the bottom level.
Alright, let's go.
Somebody decided that it would be better to have the kitchen on the top level. A little bit different, shall we say. A lot of things are a little bit different about this house. Anyway, so we walk up the stairs there. This is the dining room. And we've always had a table there. The rest of the room has kind of migrated around a little bit over the years. Everything in this house has been changed at least once or so, it seems. I know all the windows have. You know, we've collection of books over here and nice family pictures there. Dad put those up fairly recently, within the last number of years, I would say. Very nice. So, big collection of books, including the world books that, gosh, we got an awful lot of good use out of them. Sideboard right here. Little television. We've always had a television of some sort sitting there. This is the dinette area, and gosh, that table goes back many years. I think we got the table originally is when we moved to Orange Park, and of course chairs. We've been through many chairs through the years, but the table is still the same with magic marker writing underneath it and everything. Oh, Dad has his collection over here of different plaques he's gotten through his Navy years and other different things here. Mary Ann and Kyla and I and Missy and Prince and Molly Jingles. And we've got over here Uncle or great-grandfather George Fitzgerald in his boxing days at the Naval Academy. So now we get to the kitchen upstairs in the second floor, which is a little different, shall we say. But small kitchen, but functional. And many of the hours Mom spent in here. Nice little view of the backyard there. Wonder how many meals have been cooked in this kitchen over the years. Quite a few. Quite a few. Alright, I'll change. So now we head down the hallway here into the 3 children's bedrooms. A picture of us from don't know when. Shortly after, well, not shortly after we moved here, probably 4 or 5 years after we moved here. Little linen closet right there, and then our bathroom, also a very small one. Been through a few changes through the years, but of course the layout's the same. And at any rate, many of the shower taken in here. So now we head into, where did I head down here? I'll head down into this bedroom because this was Charlie and my bedroom for probably 72 to, let's call it 75 probably. And he slept on that side and I slept on this side, and you know, got into our fair share of arguments as brothers will. But this is kind of reverted to his room. In here we closet over there, desk over there. Then I guess, like I said, I think in '75 I moved into this room after Mary Ann, well, was institutionalized, I guess you'd say. And so this is my room. The bed actually was over here for most of the time. I think I lived in here, although moved around a little bit. So it's a room here, and this is where we're sleeping and staying while we're in here. Obviously the closet over there. Some of my masterpieces from Orange Park when I was doing some painting. The bed in there. So small rooms, compact rooms, but John got the nicest room with the bunch. Seems like he's always getting his ticket punched.
I like to think of it as a penthouse.
Yes, yes. The largest room, 2 windows.
That's right. We're on the worldwide wait.
Yeah.
Waiting for America Online, which we hope to be a dinosaur thing of the past when you all are viewing this.
Yeah. Give the camera a hug, John, because this is all about saying goodbye to the house. Baby! Yeah, so John, this is the only house that John knew growing up. He was born in Jacksonville, but moved probably when he was right at 1 or so. And so spent all his time in this room right here. I remember the crib was right over where the desk is right now. And remember John periodically throwing bottles out of his crib and otherwise causing mayhem and ruckus. And a lot of his collection and stuff is in here. I guess we probably didn't walk by the door without noting it, but he damaged the house. Probably going to lose $10,000–$20,000 in the sale price because of his handiwork there.
Yeah.
And I guess you used to have some planes hanging up, but I can't show those because those aren't hanging up anymore.
No.
Yeah. And closet back in there and everything. Also, as I recall, it's kind of the warmest room of the 3 rooms.
Oh.
Always stayed nice and warm in here.
People would want to come in just to hang out, as we're doing right now.
Yeah. So.
These comfy chairs, you know, they
Yeah.
kind of
So.
I like the
draw you
dresser.
in.
Yeah, but always did stay warm in this room, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always thought it did. So I guess it wasn't a big thing for you.
We're still waiting, by the way.
This I remember Mom painting this. When we lived in Illinois, she took it down to the basement one day and decided to paint it, and there you go. I didn't realize at the time you were supposed to be able to see the streaks, but I thought she just wasn't doing a good job of spreading the paint out. And so, anyway, that was actually my dresser for when I was growing up. Like a lot of things, John took it.
Too, I think.
Yeah.
Even though he wasn't here.
Good. Well, that's.
Nice dresser. I'd fight over it too.
Oh yeah, a lot of fight over.
So, John, what thoughts do you have about closing down a house that
Yeah.
we've lived in for?
Yeah, it's a shame, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of memories. But
Yeah.
moving on, you know what I mean?
Yep. Right decision, but that doesn't mean it's
That's right.
any easier.
That's right. That's right. Always home.
Yeah. Your good buddy Al was down the street.
Yeah,
When did
they've
they?
already moved though.
Yeah. When did they do that?
Oh, 2 years ago.
Oh, that recently.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So their house was even smaller than this, and they had more. No, they had the same number of kids, didn't
It was a
they?
better layout though. It was a warmer house.
Was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it just worked out better.
You've always liked the upstairs kitchen, haven't you, John?
Yes.
You tried to get that engineered into your house
Yes.
in Woodby Island, and the engineers couldn't figure out how to do it.
That's right.
So finally, you had to give up the ghost and.
We went with the laundry room upstairs instead.
So anyway, yeah. All your schooling was right here.
Yeah.
All grades. Garfield High School.
Started out Bel Air. Actually, Saunders for kindergarten, and then Bel Air for a couple of years, and I was a hooligan, so they yanked me out of there, and I went to Aquinas from 3rd grade to 8th grade, and then up to Garfield, and then on to Northwestern.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Were the demographics at Northwestern comparable to Garfield?
Yes, I noticeably so.
Yeah. Good. And would you say that the environs of the Evanston area are similar to
Yes.
Dale City?
Oh, it's like stepping in an old shoe.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. See you now.
All right. We'll go take a quick walk outside, and then I guess we're done. Having toured the estate. Holy cow! Looks like Dad's back with the pizza already. Look at that.
You're playing the part of.
Look at that. Back with the pizza already. That didn't take long. All right. So I'll take a quick walk back out here.
Okay, here it is.
All right, I'm going to walk out back here, finish videotaping. Here's the deck.
Telephone call.
Not why I was in here, no. So, anyway, so this is the deck out here. It's been replaced at least one time. Is this the second or third deck, Dad?
Second.
Okay. Yeah.
No, it's the third one, I think.
Okay. All right. So, bigger than the original one. Nicer. Spent a fair amount of time out here. Can't tell now, obviously, but a lot of flowers that Mom planted, I think, way back when we moved in. Some of the bulbs still come up. So, Dad put this thing up, oh, I would think at least 10 years ago now. But a nice little tool shed. That clearly wasn't here when we moved in here. As a matter of fact, the tool shed was sitting right down there for a number of years. We actually had a garden up here where I'm standing now for a few seasons. Worked out pretty well. I didn't, unfortunately, do a whole lot of work. Charlie and Mom were very good at it. I didn't do nearly the stuff I should have. Yeah, so I had a flower garden against the wall back there, garage wall, for a while. Oh, one thing I didn't mention, maybe a little tough to see, but across the street there, gosh, we did an awful lot of sledding between the Yates and the Gillespie's house, and got into sled derby things where you try to pull the sled out from underneath somebody, and more than a few injuries occurred, and certainly a lot of hurt feelings. That's what kids do. Oops, there we go. So, don't know much what more to say. Hard to think that in a matter of weeks almost it'll not be our house to go into anymore, and see and share, but that's how things go. It's the story of life. Anyway, many happy memories here, and many generations of Popes have come through here at one time or another, and modest house, but a wonderful house.